Hello, my name's Jacqueline Strickland, and I'm a licensed professional counselor in Fort Collins, Colorado, and I'm also a highly sensitive person. I've been working with highly sensitive people exclusively since about 2000. Many of you may know me from the HSP Gathering Retreats, which I co-founded with Dr. Elaine Aaron in 2001. However, that's not the reason I'm here today. I'm making this video, which is my first one by the way, to hopefully clear up some misconceptions and possible stereotypes about the trait of sensory processing sensitivity or highly sensitive people. And I think it's probably best to start with what sensory processing sensitivity is not. Well, it's not a diagnosis, it's not a condition, and it's not a disorder. It's not sensory processing integration disorder. It's not soft sound sensitivity. It's not hyperacusis. It's not Asperger's. And you can't find it on the autism spectrum. So what is sensory processing sensitivity as defined by Dr. Elaine Aaron, who is the research psychologist that has spent well over 25 years researching this trait? Well, it is a genetic trait that, as we know, is greatly influenced by the environment. And sadly, it's true that the more negative the environment, the more the individual will probably, unfortunately, suffer from depression, anxiety, or another possible diagnosis. We also know that when the HSP child is raised in a positive environment, or the adult has been able to create a positive environment, that many HSPs around the world live unique and exemplary lives. It's also worth knowing that there are only 4 things that highly sensitive people have in common. And this is DOES: depth of processing, overstimulation, emotional intensity, and sensory sensitivity. And please do read more about these in Dr. Elaine Aaron's book, Psychotherapy in the Highly Sensitive Person. It explains so much, and it also helps differentiate us from many other possible diagnoses that may seem to overlap, but which are not sensory processing sensitivity. So I found the main thing that highly sensitive people need to do, besides become extremely grounded about their HSP trait, is that they must heal from past wounds. And for many of us, this took individual therapy. I know in my own life, it was only when I healed from my childhood wounds that my HSP trait began to blossom, soar, and I could really enjoy being a highly sensitive person. And it was only when I learned to set very strong boundaries that my unique sensitive gifts began to manifest. I can also remember the day that I read a Bible verse, I think it's Romans 12:2, which says something like, "Be in this world, but not of it." And through my HSP experience, I finally got that and applied it to my life. And that's when I knew what thriving really was. So is being a highly sensitive person easy? No, it's really not. Yet, what I have found is that life is really difficult for most of us, HSP or not, at some point in our lives. I do think it's possible to live an authentic, happy life as a highly sensitive person. It takes a lot of support, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of work to create a unique niche for ourselves in the world. I also think it's possible for the non-HSP to live a happy, successful life, and yet it takes work, knowledge, and support for them to do so as well. So, thanks for being here and listening, and I appreciate being able to share this information with you. Just know I'm with you on the journey, and I would love to see you at a future HSP Gathering Retreat. So take care. Bye now.